see dead people.
Welcome to Blondes and Booze. You are about to embark on a journey, one that often leads to more questions than answers. But fear not, your host, Krista, Aaron, and Brandy have the experience, the perseverance, and yes, even the gifts to pull back the veil and allow us to glimpse the other side. They will share not only their experiences, but will introduce you to world renowned researchers and experiencers to help you find answers in the murky waters of what we call the paranormal. Their bonds with each other reach far beyond friendship, resulting in a pull no punches approach to the many subjects they explore. Their goal? To open eyes, hearts, and even minds to what lies on the other side, and the answers residing there.
Hi, everybody.
Hello,
Welcome
everybody.
to our let's welcome everybody to our special edition of Psychic Medium Sunday.
There we go. That's a good name for this show tonight.
That's right.
We appreciate everybody tuning in. As you know, usually we do the Thursday and Friday thing, and we talked to Michael here. I don't know, it's been a while back, but we were actually going to do this on Super Bowl Sunday. And we thought, well, we better not do it on Super Bowl Sunday. So we moved dates, and here we are. And just thought, he's always great when he comes on, and a lot of messages get carried out, and that's what it is. That's what we do.
And we missed him. So there's that.
For sure. For sure. So we do have an announcement to make, though, about tomorrow night. Do you want to talk about that real quick, Brandy?
Yes. Anybody wondering about Texas show tomorrow? I heard from him. Well, I've been actually in contact with him all weekend. Unfortunately, there is a weather system moving in on them tomorrow. I don't know how bad it is, but it's supposed to be significant. So he may not be able to do the live. We're not sure. So just stay tuned. He has got a lot of great stuff to talk about. I mean, things were happening all weekend for him. So, your guess is as good as mine what's going to happen tomorrow. So we're all going to be surprised.
Right. So anyway, regardless, Texas Front Porch will be on tomorrow night, depending on whether it will be live out in the field or just like this. So pray for good weather for them down there too. So
anyway. but either way, the stuff that I was told this weekend, just wow, you're going to be amazed. So it's going to be a good show regardless.
Yep. I want to start out by saying hi to everybody that's out there. Val, hello. Gary, good evening. Let's see. Night Marionette Productions, how are you? C. Campbell is out there. Glenn Dannison, thank you for joining us. Sharon, Judy, thank you both for joining us. Pat, glad to see you on here tonight. Hope you're feeling better. Let's see. Be kind. Amy, glad you could join us. Facebook users, we're only getting it as Facebook users, and I see there's 2 of them. So just let everybody know, if they go to our Blondes and Booze on YouTube, you can get in, chime in, and we can see who you are. So, and then you might have a better shot for a reading also tonight, where Michael can see your name as well.
Yes.
So let's see. I'm not done quite yet. Here's more people who's chimed in. Daryl, I'm glad you could join us. He's Bigfoot Believers and Other Creatures. Go join his Facebook page if you haven't done so already. And he helps moderate our Blondes YouTube and our Facebook page. So we appreciate him. And so I'm excited about this show tonight. And I'm sorry if I missed anybody. Once again, my computer refreshes. So I do see I missed Strange mentioned. And if I missed anybody else, Crystal, I see you on there now. I apologize because we truly don't mean it.
Yeah, we got Bobby, we got Linda, we've got there's a few others. Mine keeps refreshing too, so don't feel like you're the only one that keep doing
Yeah,
it too.
we don't mean to skip over names because that's truly not our intention. We just want to make sure everybody gets a shout out because we do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Let's
Let me get onto the channels. Let me get on the channels real quick. Don't forget, of course, you shouldn't. You can catch Texas Front Porch on Mondays at 6:30 p.m. Central. That's Tex and I. I don't know how we're bringing you Brown Springs, but we're going to bring it to you tomorrow. On Tuesday at 7 p.m., we have Van Buren Variety. At 8 p.m., I do believe we're going to have Mr. Bigfoot Michigan Rob back in action. He is on at 8 p.m. with Beyond BMR. Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central, we have Jason McLean Questions Everything. On Thursday at 12 p.m., we have Brunch with Bigfoot Michigan Rob and his special co-host, Krista. Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central, we have Blondes and Booze. And on Friday at 8 p.m. Central, you have a little bit more of the Blondes, Booze, and the Woo.
Woohoo. Let's just jump right into this.
I love it.
I'm going to go ahead and bring Michael up. As most of you guys know, if you guys have been watching us long enough, you've seen him on several times. We adore him. He is a lot of fun, and you've brought some really good messages to some of our viewers out there, and we appreciate you for doing this.
Well, thanks again for bringing me back. You're brave.
Yeah. No, we just like you.
I found people that tolerate me. It's amazing.
When you're on our show, it makes it so very easy for us because we just sit back and we comment here and there. We chat a little. I mean, we don't have to do much. We just smile a lot.
Right. That's it. That's it. Yeah, but we do appreciate you coming on and doing this for us because, it's for people who do this, who are psychic mediums, it's an exchange. So there's sometimes it's through pay, sometimes it's through other energy, sometimes it's through gifts. And Michael doesn't charge us anything, and we totally appreciate that you do this. So he does this because he genuinely, truly wants to help and bring messages to people.
Yeah, and it's about educating people too. Like I said before we jumped on, everybody has this ability. We're born with it. It literally is our birthright, and I say that the only obstacle is this right here.
Right.
Literally is.
Right. Exactly. So I just want to start out by saying this is how these kind of work. If you haven't been on one of our live reading shows before, Michael can see all the comments when he starts talking about something. If it resonates with you, comment for us, please. And then, he'll know who's coming in or whatever. We're also going to have some fun tonight because he's got some really cool cards. So he's going to pull some cards for some people. And yeah. So those are cool cards. Those are fun cards. So if you're, just comment and the spirits out there know who needs the messages. So that's how this kind of works. Am I correct on this, Michael?
Yeah, it literally is. I mean, they're here. There's nothing more to do this work than me thinking of spirit. Once I even, think of those in spirit, we're connected. We all are. So, anybody that you're thinking about right now is around us. They are. A lot of times they orchestrate these gatherings for us. I mean, they literally, I believe they do. They set things up. We're not aware of it, but they're here, and in a group setting, it literally comes down to who gets my attention first. Right. Whoever starts getting my attention first, whoever it may be, I just acknowledge them and I start working with them. And it literally, I want to say I have a conversation with them, but it's not really us talking. It's a lot like sign language. It's, messages from them are shared through thought, feelings, emotions. I see images. So again, it's just putting all that together and formulating something coherent, which is a challenge for me. But I do the best I can with what they're showing me, and hopefully it makes that connection for somebody, and I just go with it.
Yeah. And so, and also like, people be like, well, that doesn't make sense to me. Well,
Yeah.
however, it may not be today that it resonates with you. It could be next week. It could be next year. It could be 5 years from now. And it's just weird how spirit works,
I blame that on psychic amnesia. And I mean, I've been on the recipient end of readings too, and I forget everything about who I am. Can I share a story real quick about this? Because it definitely
Absolutely.
highlights what amnesia is when you're getting a reading. And it's my favorite one out of the years I've been doing this. I was doing a group reading. There was probably 30 people in the group. And I had a father come through, and he starts telling me information. And there was a group of 3 ladies sitting right in the front row. So this man starts telling me about who he is, how he passed. Starts showing me like indoor or in-ground swimming pools, right? And I'm like, so I'm relaying all this, and nobody's taking it. And I start giving more information and a little bit more. Finally, this woman that's sitting probably in the 3rd row raises her hand, and I was like, yes. And she goes, can I just talk to those 3 ladies up front? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. She goes, ladies, so you guys all own your own business, right? And they're like, yeah. Well, what do you guys do? Oh, we install swimming pools. And they kind of look up at me and they're like, oh my God. They had their jackets on with their logo. I didn't see it initially, but it was like, there it is. And they're like, oh my God, yes, all that information makes sense to me, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So,
You're
literally
like,
people forget
yeah,
who
yeah.
they are. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Okay.
actually-
So go
I
ahead.
would just want to tell everybody, just like I said, once again, if anything he says resonates with anybody, please let us know. And, so that way, we kind of know what's going on, and also keep an open mind too, because, I personally have had a reading. I was like, none of this makes sense. And then seriously, I went home and I'm like, well, holy shit, that was me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And before I get started, can I just excuse myself for a second? Because as soon as I sat down, my nose started running, and I failed to bring any Kleenex in
I
here.
just took my
You're
tissue
so
out
right.
of here.
You
We
do
have
what
had
you
a
need
cold
to
for the
do.
last couple of weeks. You just do what you got
I'm
to
just
do.
going to
That's
mute
fine.
it and stop my camera, but I'll be back in like 2 seconds.
Okay, you're good. You're good. You're good. Yes, as Jean said
We're not
out
the
there,
only ones who've
please,
been.
everybody, as Jean said out there, please remember everybody to use caps, all caps, when commenting if this resonates to you or with you. Don't forget to use the all caps, because it's much easier for us to see and put the comments up for Michael. So
Yes, and we
Yeah.
do have Miss Erin Eck now in chat. So
Hello,
y'all make
Erin.
sure you say hello.
Yep. How you doing, Erin? She's been on a business trip all week, and
Oh, yeah?
just getting back in the swing of things. So yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So,
Well,
let me
and
just-
I have to make a quick little comment. Glenn, he mentioned earlier. He said his third eye has cataracts.
cataract.
That's what he said.
It's interesting because, like, you mentioned his name. I look at him, and Glenn, the way I feel that Glenn does receive messages, but it's more of like I'm getting clairsentience. Like, you feel. It's hard to put in words what it is, but you feel messages. So you get the emotion of the messages. I don't know if this makes sense to you, Glenn, at all, but I feel like you're like you feel emotion from spirit. And actually, I had a friend of mine that I didn't know. I worked with this woman for almost 2 years, and finally one day she starts talking about how she receives. She doesn't see images. She doesn't hear thought words. It's all clairsentience. And I'm like, how does that work? And it's just a knowing that I need to say this. And she would just say it. And it was like, most of the time it was like spot on. But there's something about Glenn in that ability, like that's like a very strong psychic ability I'm feeling with him right off the bat. So I don't know
Very
if that
cool.
makes sense to him or
Well,
not.
so
But
Glenn, the message
Glenn-
to you today is, Glenn, is you don't have cataracts. You just have something in your eye. So use some Visine. Get that stuff out because it's
Glenn,
working. It's
and
working.
Glenn just commented. He said, "Yes, it does make sense to me."
yeah,
See?
and that's the thing that I've learned in classes that I've taken too, is particularly as one person I took classes from. One of the exercises, he would ask you, okay, what's your strongest clair? And you'd blurt out whatever it is. And he'd go, okay, what's your weakest one? And you'd say it. All right, for this exercise, anything that comes through other than through your weakest, you're not allowed to accept it. And it's weird because it teaches you to be open to all of them. Because I'll hear people all the time say, well, I'm just clairvoyant. I see.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to set you up for disappointment, in my opinion, because what's going to happen is you focus on that ability. And if a spirit comes through that can't convey thought in that way, then automatically you're like, I'm blocked. I can't get anything. I'm not getting anything.
Yeah.
It's not that you're not getting it. You're concentrating on, I don't see any images, but they're trying to get it across neither a thought word, a thought feeling, and you're missing it because you're just so pinpointed on that clairvoyance.
Yeah.
So like I said before, we got on, it's like we get in our own way in that way. And I've learned just to be open to any way they can show it to me. I'm open to receive it, so it's just being open.
Right. It's kind of like when a new paranormal investigator goes in, they're expecting to see something, when in all actuality, it may be hearing it or feeling the vibration. It's not necessarily just seeing it. So I get exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. So you just be open and wow. I keep seeing this. Okay, I got this is weird. This is all right. I use the term this is weird a lot, so it's just I think it's my nervous tick to just say this is weird.
It's fine.
Let me just connect to this person though, because I keep seeing an image of a train, and what I feel with this was an occupation of this gentleman that's stepping forward. So let me just work with him for a minute and just see. All right. So I am seeing a military connection around him at some point in his life. He's also showing me that he loved to fish, but there's something about, I feel he was a conductor, like a train conductor at some point in his life with his career. Feels to me that his passing was very sudden, unexpected. I feel it is centered around his heart.
If this resonates with anyone, please comment.
And I'm being pulled to like the month of June with him, and I feel that's a birthday connection in June with this man. So I don't know if anybody can resonate that. He's also pulling me towards the northeastern part of the United States. This is where I feel he lived.
Like I said, my computer refreshes every now and then to get my comments.
So again, I just want to see if that connects with somebody. If it doesn't, that's fine. I'll just keep working with him.
And also people who are on there and listening, because we've got a lot of people watching, I see, and not that many people are commenting. Don't be bashful. Don't be, just comment if it does resonate to you.
He's also he's making me feel like his daughter didn't get a chance to say goodbye, because he's highlighting daughter. And I'm also feeling that this woman, his daughter, would have just given birth, because he's showing me like a new birth in the family.
Oh, wow.
But I'll just stop there because I don't want to just keep spewing information. And if it doesn't connect, I'll leave it at that. I don't think it's making a connection. That's fine. Let's just see where we go from here. I just want to look at the comments. I'm going to see if I'm pulled to anybody.
Mhm.
He won't. He's not letting us go. So again, I'll just put it out there. I have a gentleman that did pass. I feel this was a sudden and unexpected passing, and I feel this is heart related, like a heart attack, heart failure.
Mhm.
But I feel he was connected to the railroad. Like this was his occupation, and I do feel that he was connected to the military in some point in his life. I don't feel he was that old either when he passed, because I'm seeing 50s around him.
Wow, that's young.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is young. That is young. I'm not seeing any comments yet. Let me check the Facebook side of it too, just to make sure.
That's okay.
I see there
Yeah,
are.
if you're on Facebook, come on over to YouTube and jump in there, or let StreamYard have clearance to use your name, and that way we can see who you are, and that may help in this situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Does anybody have any questions? We can do
You
that
just got
too.
right information, and you don't have to leave
There
Facebook.
was a question. Let me go back and see if I can find it. Where is it here? Somebody said something about their abilities. If I can find it. Oh, well, let's just answer this one real quick.
No.
Throw the name of your Facebook page out real quick.
Who's that for, Aaron?
No, it's for
No,
you.
that's for you.
Oh,
Facebook page. They're wanting to know what your.
oh, okay. It's just Michael Christopher Medium, or Michael Christopher Evidential Medium. That's my Facebook page, and my
Yeah.
website's michaelchristophermedium.com.
Yeah. Okay.
But you're not just on Facebook. You're on what is it?
Well, I'm on Twitter. I haven't done much with Twitter yet. I used to be on Instagram, but the fraud on that is it's just out of control. I mean,
Right,
people are
right.
duplicating my page, and I was like, no, I've had enough of this. And it was overwhelming. I was like,
Right.
no, it's
Right.
hard enough to keep up with just a website and Facebook at times.
Yeah, I
So,
totally get it. I totally get it.
So let me just see, because let me just open up and see who else is here. All right, so I do have a woman that is stepping forward, and she's making me feel that she would have passed from complications from the flu. And she's making me feel like this was very sudden, like the onset of the flu was very sudden. And from that onset to the time she passed was very quick. She's also highlighting the month of May as significant. May can either be a birthday, anniversary, but she's highlighting the month of May. I don't know why she's getting me to say this, but I feel like she was a very resourceful woman. It's like that's what she's making me feel, resourceful woman. And I'm getting something around like career with her. So she would have been in some kind of like education type career field. And she would have passed later in life too, because she keeps showing me like 70s. I'm seeing 72 around her. But I just want to stop there and see if that connects with anybody. She's also making me feel that she would have had an extensive jewelry collection. That was odd and random.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, yeah, that's.
I mean, I know people have jewelry, but she's like making me feel like she had an extensive jewelry collection.
Yeah.
One other thing she's showing me too, she was a collector. I don't even know. The reference she's giving me, my grandmother did the same thing. She would save, she had these like china plates that were commemorative plates, but that's what I'm seeing. Like she would have collected these.
Is she telling me anything else? Because I'm not sure if you're picking up on my grandma or not. I'm kind of like,
Well, let me just ask what makes sense out of that. And I'll just, don't make anything fit, but what makes sense?
the age, the month
Okay.
of May, and then the collecting of things and the jewelry.
Because the
Well,
jewelry
I
would have
would
had
say-
been like extensive, not just like a couple pieces, like
Yeah,
extensive.
no, like, and it was gaudy jewelry that she
Okay.
collected, a bunch of it.
What about the career? Was she in education? Anything that like there's something about education, like a career in education or something to that effect around her.
She was not in education. She actually retired early on, and her previous job, last job she had was for the government.
Okay. Let me just see what else she gives me. Does the cause of passing, was it anything to do with like a flu or that type of
We
thing?
don't know. We honestly don't know, and it was a sudden passing. We're not sure what she died of. My I don't want to tell you too much, but one night she's great. Next morning she was in the nursing home. My kids found her passed out, and then she died the following day. And we don't know what it was.
It doesn't feel like it's for you, because I just don't feel it's connected to you, because like she keeps showing me like the flu and just like
Okay.
those type symptoms.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't seem to be making any connections in the chat either.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna see if I'm pulled to anybody too. We can do some cards
Yeah.
also.
That's fine too.
I
However
love
you-
the cards.
Yeah.
All right, so who wants a card? And if you're not familiar, this is the Rebel deck. So these are meant to be lighthearted and fun, but they do have messages.
Yep.
So I don't know if
Well, Erin Eck had said she wanted a reading from you because she never gets readings. So do you want to
never
just start
gets
with
readings.
Erin?
Pull her a card.
Yeah, let's just she says, Erin says, I would love to get a reading, LMAO. I don't get any, even with who I know and what I do.
I know we're always the last to get readings as mediums,
Right.
because people think we don't need them. I'm like, no, I have two brothers and a sister on the other side. I'd love hearing from them. So,
Nice to hear.
but it's like we just don't take it.
Everybody wants a card. Wait till you see these cards, y'all. This is this is something else.
Yep.
See, right now I'm looking at Val SWPA.
Yes.
Yep.
Hold on a minute. Val, are you connected to a woman that would have passed from a stroke? And I don't know if this is mom, but I'm feeling a woman connected to you that would have passed from a stroke. If it's not for you, that's fine. But I don't know. I seen your name and it just stopped me right in my tracks, and I just got pulled to you. I don't know. It's either mom or a mother figure that is stepping forward for you.
Mm-hmm. I went through and I the ones that have been said they wanted a card
No.
pulled.
Okay.
I've been starring them, so we'll go back to them if that's okay.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's weird. As soon as I saw Val, I just was connected to this woman that passed of a stroke.
Well,
I'm going to pull a card for you, Val. If you're open for a card, I think.
yep.
All right.
Oh, Val said it. I don't think it resonated.
Yeah, there was
but
no connection here. But Val, this card is for you.
You are being shady. Watch out. Shit could get ugly.
So Val never knew my grandmother's. Okay.
Okay.
Let me just see what comes up, because I mean, literally, so Val, within your family, is anybody connected to like the oil business, like or working in the oil fields or something? Is there a like an oil, natural gas, that type of work connected to your family? I was just weird on being shown this. So no, all right, I'm just gonna stop then.
You're getting something, but you're not.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's fine. All right, so who's next for the card?
Let's go to right here, Brittany Morris.
Brittany Morris. Let's see what Brittany has here.
these cards crack me up.
I love these cards. I know. I was like, you got to bring them on.
Let's see. So Brittany.
Drop the fucking ego. In the back, vulnerability is hot as fuck.
Mouth lady. PG-13.
Yeah.
Hot as fudge. Hot as fudge. Hot as fudge coming out the pan.
Let's see here. Who's next?
Let's go to Jeanette here.
All right. So now I have somebody stepping forward that I feel this would be a cousin to somebody in the chat. And this person is showing me that they're responsible for their passing. Because they're showing me that I don't usually edit, but I'm just this person is showing me that they hung themselves.
Wow.
That's
I'm
quite
feeling this
specific.
person. Yeah. And I'm feeling this person was in their like mid-20s is what I'm feeling. So again, I don't know if that connects with anybody, but that's what I'm feeling. A young man stepping forward that is taking responsibility for his passing. And I'm seeing a lot of like psychic questions, and I love talking about the psychic way. I do not see the future. I'll just put that out there. I think there's a lot of misconception about what psychic is. But I do not see the future. Usually when I connect with somebody's energy, I see what's going on like in the present to help them move forward, maybe if they're stuck with something. But as far as like love life and those type questions, I know. Because to me, the future is fluid. It hasn't happened yet. And there's so many variables that can change between now and going forward.
Yeah.
A lot of people ask like, why am I alone right now? And usually the answer I feel with that is, and I know this seems vague, but you're supposed to be. There's something in your life that's going on where you need to just concentrate on you.
Yeah.
You don't have time.
Jean asked a question. Yeah. Could you be getting readings for people that would be watching later, possibly?
I used to believe that. But I believe that spirit is intelligent and they would not just show me information that would make sense now for somebody here. I just don't. It does happen, but I just don't feel they'd waste their energy with something like that.
Sure. Makes sense.
And some nights, like I said, I did that live a couple weeks ago and it was just like god awful. I made like 2 connections out of the whole evening and it was just the way it is. And
but that's how spirit works sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
So let's see who's next. And I want to try to make a connection here.
We had Jeanette Bowman was up,
Jeanette.
and then I had moved her off. Yeah, so Jeanette Bowman, please.
Let's see. I'll see if I can make something happen here tonight. So Jeanette Bowman, because I'm just scrolling back to see if I can. Sometimes when I see a person's like profile picture too, that helps. I gotta keep saying this. There's this person that is not going away. This person, again, mid-20s, that he took it. He's responsible for his own passing. And I keep seeing cousin relation to whoever he's trying to make a connection with.
Wow.
He's also showing me that he would have been connected to like either mechanic, like working on cars himself, but I just see like he was really into cars. He's showing me like, I don't know if this is a Dodge Charger or some like other like, high performance vehicle.
Sure.
And I'm also hearing the name Ryan, which could be connected to him or somebody in the family. So. All right, who was next? I just totally blanked out. Janet?
No, it was Jeanette Bowman was next.
Wonder why I don't see her in the chat.
Let me go back. I can find it back here because it was way in the beginning here. Let me scroll.
Is she still here? Jeanette, if you're still here, go ahead and comment.
Brandy, watch for her comment. I'm going back.
There she is. It just has a J on it. There she is.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, yeah. I don't see it.
Let me pull back.
Jeanette Bowman.
There we go.
All right. Jeanette, do you have a specific question you'd like to put in the chat?
There is another back on the hanging too. So I'm going to star that and we can go back to that when you're finished with Jeanette.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was pulling it up.
You just took it off.
I see Carl Jones.
Sorry.
My nephew, Ryan, took his own life, but not hanging.
Yes.
Okay. What else did any of the other stuff resonate with you? Because that could just be, sometimes it's literal. Sometimes it's just them showing me a way to get me to understand that they took their life in that way. It might not be hanging, but it could be metaphorically that just showing me that they took their life. But the other stuff has to make sense too, not just, was there any connection with the vehicles, either him as a professional mechanic or something he did as a hobby?
Yeah. So Carl, if you could please comment back. Let's see here.
I'm also feeling like August. I'm being shown the month of August. So month of August would have been significant in some way, either birthday, anniversary.
Okay. Just to answer Gemini Moon's questions, there actually are 3 chats going on. It's under Blondes and Booze, Texas Front Porch, as well as Blondes and Booze Facebook page. So yes. Carl Jones says he liked cars, but not a mechanic.
Okay. So Carl, you said this was your nephew. Because I just want to connect with the energy or the information that I got to make sure I am with you. Did he pass in his 20s? Would he have been in his mid 20s when he passed? So I also see Scott is.
Yep, I saw that.
My neighbor was a professional mechanic. So again, I'm not going to make it fit. So the nature of passing, again, this person is showing me that they took their own life. He would have been in his mid-20s. I'm also feeling the month of August connected with him in some way, either birthday, anniversary, or something significant about the month of August. Again, he was showing me like the cars. I just feel he had some, either hobby, whatever it is, but he was showing me that he liked his cars.
Yeah.
I also feel like his personality wise, he was very quiet until you got to know him, is what I'm feeling around him. Like he wouldn't just open up. But once he got to know you, he would open up a little bit more. And he's actually showing me that he had a pretty good sense of humor too.
I didn't know if it might have been for Scott either, so I put Scott's comments up too. So,
Okay.
Well, he said that he didn't realize that it was you were talking the mid-20s, but his next comment says his son did die in his mid-20s.
yeah.
Okay. And he's bringing up mom, and I'm feeling mom is also on the other side. So his mother also passed, because he's making a connection to mom. So it's between Scott and Carl,
and
right?
Jones. And this is Carl's other comment. He was 33, may not be him. He was quiet until he knew you. Yes, very funny.
Okay. I don't tend to get that age is not too far off for what I'm seeing, so they just bring me to a certain. So that's close.
Carl says, not my Ryan, probably.
So Scott, his mother and father, okay, because he was showing me mom on the other side. So Scott, I may be with you. Let me just see, because I don't want to make anything fit, but let me just see.
Barb Hartman also commented, said this could be my husband's cousin.
Okay, it's so difficult to do these over chat.
Right.
Barb, what makes sense? Just recap what makes sense of what I've given so far. But I'm just going to keep going with him and see what else he passes. He's also making me feel that either he tried to go into the military at some point, but it didn't work out. So I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but he's showing me that.
Barb is saying everything correlates.
So Barb.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Barb, would you understand him? He was in his 20s. He was in the military. Oh, okay. Okay, because he was showing me that, and I just misunderstood if he was trying to get in. It was kind of just weird that he just made me feel like he tried to get into the military. Okay, so he was in the military. Okay, I've been... so Barb, how is this person connected to you again? Did you say it's your husband's?
I think she said her husband's cousin. Let me go back up. That could be my husband's cousin, is what her comment was.
Okay, there's the Dodge Charger too. He and my husband love Dodge Chargers and their cousin nephew. Okay, I'm definitely with you there.
It's
Barb. Is Ryan. And is Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's the name.
Yeah.
Okay, good. He just is like,
Barb,
damn,
we've
that
been
was a
looking
lot
for
of work.
you. That's what I'm saying. Barb, we've been looking for you.
Yeah. Yep. He's my husband's first cousin, she said. Looking for more comments from Barb. His name is Stephen.
Barb, does this he's making me feel like he was very close to you and your husband. I don't feel he's making me almost feel like, I don't know if you were his only family. He's just making me feel like there was this connection more than just like, I don't know. He just makes me feel like you and your husband were his family, if that makes sense.
She said, not me, but to my husband.
Okay. he's also making me feel like either he's blaming me, and this is very common that when somebody takes their life, people left behind are left with this feeling like I could have, should have, would have done something. He wants that to be let go. So if your husband is carrying that guilt, and this goes for anybody, but he's highlighting your husband, let that go. He doesn't want him carrying that guilt of that he could have done this.
Mhm. Yep.
And he's showing me the number 7, and I feel this is connected to either how long he's been gone. So I don't know if it's 7 years, 7 months, but there's something like a connection with 7. So it could be the month of July,
Mhm.
but there's something with the number 7.
She
Oh,
says, yes, my husband just talked about this.
okay. Okay. Just please from him, he's just like, let this go.
Here's another one. She said he's been dead for years. I'd have to look up the date.
Okay, that's fine.
And honestly, I know Barb on a personal level with this whole ordeal. So if she finds that, I will forward her information on to you. That
I
she
appreciate that.
It's always nice for validation, you know.
I'm just going to ask him for a message real quick and then move on because I could spend probably. Is there some significance? He's showing me like a sweatshirt. Like I feel like there's something about a sweatshirt. Do you have an article of clothing of his that's significant? I mean, it would have to be significant for him to bring it up, but he's showing me like a sweatshirt that would have been his. And there's something on this sweatshirt, like there's an imprint of something, like a picture. I don't know what this is, but he's having me focus on this shirt that has like a decal on it.
Wow.
And for Barb, for you, he's like, he's making me feel like I need to tell you need to chill out. Like right now, he's just making me feel like you're really stressed right now. And you just need to you need to get away. You need to get away. He's like, you're taking on too much. It's like you're trying to fix people is what he's making me feel. So, okay. He's like, you just need to chill out.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I don't know who's the fan of Molly Hatchet, but he's showing me like the band Molly Hatchet. And I hear the song playing in my head too. I'm not going to sing it.
I was just going to tell you, go ahead, sing to us.
Come on.
Oh, it's a real popular song of theirs too. Damn, I don't know. There's some connection with Molly Hatchet. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Your husband is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So again, this is just his way of coming through. And
Yeah.
the thing is, I feel like he wants to get deeper into the conversation. But again, this is a public thing. So he doesn't want to he wants to talk about his passing, but not here.
Right.
And again, I don't like to just leave that out there, but all you need to know, what he's making me feel is like, I made the choice. It was a wrong decision, but he's showing me there was circumstances that he couldn't deal with. But he is happy where he is now. I know that's, may or may not be comfort, but for him, he's just making me feel like there was so many burdens that he was carrying when he was here. And he is showing me that people tried to help him, but it was just too much for him to handle. If he could go back and do it again, he would have not have done this, but he's just at peace. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. There is somebody question here that or a comment.
And he does play with the lights too, Barb. He's the one he plays with the lights. flickering of lights. He keeps showing me that. So, and then I'll leave it at that.
Scott made a comment here. Sorry, I wasn't trying to throw you off or make it about me.
Oh,
Scott,
no.
that's not what this is about.
Oh,
If
No.
anything at all resonates with you, we want you to comment. So
Yes,
there's
please.
no need to apologize on any of this at all.
Yeah, sometimes Michael has to hone in on
Right.
exactly who he needs to talk to, because I mean, some things do resonate with a lot of people, but he has
Yeah.
to kind of hone in to, and
Right.
ask all the questions to
Right.
get there.
And that's how I get there, is just by listening to them on the other side, and they just give me more and more information to start narrowing down who this is for.
Right.
And that's why,
Mhm.
I everything they show me, I don't try to make it fit, because they're showing me this for a reason.
Mhm.
And like the interpretation, sometimes when they show me their cause of passing, they're getting me to understand that they took their life. And again, it's
Sure.
dark and I don't like talking about it too much, but they may
Mhm.
show me the gun. They may show me, like he showed me, the hanging. It might not be the way they actually passed, but it's a way for me to understand them coming through and showing me that they were responsible for their passing.
Mhm. Right. Right.
So yeah.
Real quick, we're getting ready to come up to the 52-minute mark, so we are going to have to take a break, and it'll just be a 5-minute break. Y'all know the routine, so if you guys would just stick with us, we'll come back for more readings. People who have asked for a card pulled, I did star your name, so as Michael is not getting messages for, I guess, the ones who have passed, he'll pull a card. So I do have everybody in order how they commented. So anyway, stay tuned. We will be back, guys, in just 5 minutes.
5 minutes. We'll see you soon.
Mm.
Four minutes to go, folks. 4 minutes. Three minutes. We're almost there. 2-minute warning, guys. 2-minute warning. One minute. 1 minute.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I had to look up the song. So it's Flirting with Disaster, because it was like I kept hearing it over and over and over in my head. I'm like, oh my God. So
I know.
Flirting with Disaster. Or I should say the
Awesome.
way they say it. Flirting with
Yeah.
Disaster.
Flirting.
That's the song. Yes.
Okay. Let's
Um,
see here. Do you want to pull a card?
Card, or if anybody has questions about like the process of mediumship, I'm open to anything.
Okay. Let's just go in order of the ones that I have starred.
Sure.
I don't know that Erin ever got her card reading, did she?
Oh, Barb said, "Oh my gosh, that's the one." Okay.
Yeah, Aaron did. Aaron did.
Did she get
Did
the
I?
card?
Yes.
Okay,
Did I
my
pull it
bad.
out? Okay.
Okay, let's go to Straw Dog.
Straw Dog. All right, let's see what we got for Straw Dog. I know. I wish I could do more readings throughout this, but it takes up so much time. I try to cut it off at like 7 minutes because but when they get going, it's like I just feel bad stopping them. So,
Right.
So Straw Dog, this is for you.
It says F
Fudge.
fear. Fudge fear. And then it says it will lie to your face.
Let me just see if there's something that comes through with that, because usually it's like I get a feeling around the card. So I feel this, and this is not only a message for you, but for everybody else, because it's around fear, and it just keeps you from moving forward. I mean, if I let the fear overcome me, I would not be sitting here doing this right now.
Mm-hmm.
But what I've learned to just, it's anxiety. I have anxiety every time I do readings, whether it's a group, individual, it doesn't matter. But I've just accepted that that's part of this. It's it's never going to go away. That fear of being wrong, just that fear. I mean, it's always there. But I just kind of just sucked it up and said, well, I'm just accepting that that's a part of this, and I'm just going to keep going forward. You're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days, but I can't let it stop me from going forward. So Straw Dog, I don't know if there's a message in that for you, but that's what I feel I needed to talk about.
Well, and the thing too, you mentioned about being wrong. You're not wrong. It's just it's not resonating at that time with a person or a certain person. It's not, it's not clicking.
It's not clicking, and it could be me misinterpreting what they're trying to tell me.
Right.
So I accept, when stuff comes through, it's like they're perfect. They're giving me the messages. And this is the visual that I guess I give people. It's like Yeah, the human mind can only comprehend so many pieces of information
Absolutely.
at once. They may be showing me, 100 pieces of their life,
Yeah.
but my mind's only capable of picking up maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So they're showing me everything. They're showing me their name, who they were. So they're perfect. It's just again getting
Yeah.
through this thick skull to get me to understand
Sure.
bits and pieces, and I just go with what
Yeah.
comes up.
Gary
Um,
Spike Sr. says, Michael, a few weeks ago you interceded for me. Thank you. You were right on the money.
oh, thank you. I appreciate that feedback. I really do, because a lot of times I go forward and I never hear.
You had another one up here too. I'm going to throw it up here too. I got to find it. And
Yeah,
this
but
was
before we forget, Jeanette, we started with her. We were going to
Right.
pull her a card, and then Michael got
Okay.
pulled. So
we'll get her. I just want to get this comment out here too.
Oh, Mopar.
says Barb Michael was part of the reading that he and Aaron did in December, and they were spot on.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Okay, I guess we could go back to
Jeanette.
Jeanette. Let's go
Is
back
it Jeanette or Janet? I'm
Oh.
sorry. Yeah, because I did. I was getting ready to, and then I think
Jeanette Bowman. Yeah,
Mine-
that message came.
line came through. Yeah.
We will
Right.
get you, Jeanette.
Yep. Here we go,
I
Jeanette.
didn't forget.
I hope this is worth the wait. Here we go.
And by the way, Straw Dog says that speaks to me. False evidence appearing real.
Yep.
Yes.
So Jeanette, winning.
Winning.
So-
Nice.
Beck says you got a good thing going. Don't ruin that SHIT.
don't ruin that poop.
Yeah.
Don't ruin the poop.
Don't ruin it.
I don't know. I'm just picking up with Jeanette, or is it Jeanette? Jeanette?
It's Jeanette. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you're doing anything like with your own business, but I just get this sense of like entrepreneurship around you for some reason. So I don't know if that makes sense. Jeanette, there she is. Okay. Jeanette, do you do anything? Are you working on a business or your own thing right now? I don't know. I just feel this is something that's, you're a ghost hunter.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's something that you're going to be doing your own thing and branching off, but there's something about you doing your own thing. So just remember I said that. It may be, I wish I could be more specific, but then I'm going to take up time here. Do you develop your own equipment? I don't know. I just, that hit me all of a sudden, just something about like either creating something or I don't know, there's something about you doing something with your own equipment or making your own equipment. This may be future.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe it's something that she should be doing.
Yeah. And I just want to tell Straw Dog real quick, where'd that comment go? We appreciate that. It says Brandy and Krista, you both have wonderful personalities. Thank you very much. We appreciate
Thank you.
All right. So who's next?
that. Let me go over here.
That's a medium. Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay, looks like we have Gemini Moon.
Gemini Moon.
Mhm.
Let's
It says, take a effing trip. Go see some poop, do some new things, talk to people cooler than you.
because I just feel like around that, like you need time to decompress right now. I don't know if your family's stressing you out, but I just feel I see family and I feel stress. And I know that's vague as all can be, but that's what popped into my mind when I saw that card.
Awesome.
I just posted something like that on Facebook. It was Matthew McConaughey talking about his son going to camp or whatever. And his son told him, he goes, I like to meet new people and do cool things. So he was all excited about going places to meet new people and do cool things. That was the best thing I've heard all week.
Yep. Let's see. Night Marionette says, I would like a card, please. These are awesome.
All right. So as soon as I saw your picture, I know it's an animation. Are you a medium also? Because I feel like there's psychic or mediumship around you. Does that make sense? Yeah. Stop comparing yourself to other people too. That's the message I get with this, you know.
You and the back says stop trying to change people. That SHIT never works.
Yep.
The poop never works.
Poop never works.
Who never works. I do want to tell.
She says, yes, I am. Okay, good. Because I definitely feel that like very strong with you.
Well, Gemini Moon, real quick.
Yeah.
We look forward to meeting you next weekend. We're gonna.
Yes. So excited. So excited.
Be excited to meet you.
I got to go back to Night Marionette. Is that what it is? I should have my glasses on.
Yes, Night Marionette Productions.
So it's funny because I keep seeing the fear card that came out prior. So I don't know if you're like not putting yourself out there to your capability, your abilities. And I know it's common. I know a lot of this stuff is like, oh my God, that couldn't be more vague. But I just feel like fear is holding you back from like stepping forward into your true gifts.
Yeah.
And I feel like the stop comparing your card. When I get around energy, I start stuttering. So I'm going to slow down. Now I just lost my train of thought because it's, but yeah, I definitely feel like you're comparing yourself to other people, which we all do. And it's hard not to. I still do it. I look at other people. If I see a medium and they just like my jaw drops, I'm like, I'm packing my stuff up because I'm not that good. I shouldn't even be doing this. But that's what I feel like you're comparing yourself to other people and it may be holding yourself back. I don't know if that makes sense, but I just feel like this.
Yeah.
Forgive me, but I just feel like I need to put a metaphorical foot in your backside to get you out there. So I don't know if that makes sense, but somebody is making me say that.
Awesome.
We need to pull another card for Erin because I can't remember which one it was, but I remember we were talking about she never gets a reading.
Oh yeah.
No matter who, and we pulled the card. Now nobody remembers what the card is. So I think we need another card.
I will too. And there, hold on, because I'm getting something else for Erin. Hold on. Erin, and I know you, so this is even, it's just, I'm trying to stay out of my head, but does anybody remember that little, it was a toy back in like the 70s, 80s, Stretch Armstrong?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is the visual I see, and it's again metaphor, but I see like Erin being pulled in like, all right, 4 different directions, but a lot more than that right now.
I honestly, knowing Erin and being a friend of hers, I can validate for her that.
I just feel right now, Erin, you need to sit down with a pen and paper, and you need to write all your whatever projects you got going on in your head. Write them down, and you start eliminating the ones that. You need to prioritize this list because I just feel like you're going in like this vicious circle of, I'm going to put my energy here today. Oh, wait, I need to do this. Oh, wait, now I got to go back to that.
Yep. I can validate that for her. She says, OMG, I'm laughing because you're so right.
That's right. Corn syrup and Stretch Armstrong. Yes.
Yeah.
And Erin just... a bunch of cards just came flying out.
Wow.
And it was like 4 or 5. So let me just, all right, this one came flying out. Oh, Jesus, look at that.
This one says, make better effing choices. It says, if you are pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. That was for Erin.
So that card kind of backs up what I just told you in a way.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Somebody even just told her, Sheldon and Dawn said, let go of the wheel, Erin. Yep. All right.
So who's next on the list?
Looks like we have
Daryl
Denton.
Daryl. Um, Daryl, is your mom on the other side, and would she have had was she a diabetic?
I can validate for Daryl. His mother is not on the other side.
Okay. Is there a? I just feel like there's a female stepping forward that would have been either mother-like then, and somebody with diabetes. And if it's not connected to you, that's fine. I just became aware of this woman stepping forward that was connected with diabetes. It may be for somebody else, but that's how it works. If their energy kind of blends
Actually,
with mine,
that might make sense with him.
okay,
He's
I'll
a friend. He's a friend. So
okay. And I don't know if there's a
he says
Shirley.
his grandma. He says it's his grandma.
Okay, your grandmother. Is there an S name or somebody around? I also hear the name Shirley, but don't let that throw you. Sometimes I hear like a random name connected, but I'm hearing the name Shirley, and I'm also being pulled to the month of July. And I feel July is connected to somebody here still in the living, and I'm seeing birthday around the month of July. Your grandmother, from what I'm picking up on her personality, is she was a like don't mess with me kind of woman. I just feel with her like she was a friendly, nice woman, but if you pissed her off, I just feel like she would put you in your place. So I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's
Oh yeah, this totally makes sense to him. Yes, her last name was Souls. She passed in July.
okay. But yeah, so she's actually making me feel like your personality is similar to hers. Like and again, just tell me if this doesn't make sense, but she's showing me like her personality and yours. You're very mild mannered until somebody puts you in a corner, and then it's like a freaking honey badger. It's like,
Yeah, he said she had special abilities. Very.
she's sending you congratulations. So there's something that she wants to congratulate you on. I'm not exactly sure what. I don't know if this is around a promotion. I don't know. There's something she's sending congratulations, and this would have been something I feel recent.
Maybe it's because he just got divorced.
Oh,
Or maybe it's because he just hit 20,000 people on his Facebook page.
That's true. He did.
Oh,
Yeah.
He runs
okay.
Bigfoot Believers and Other Creatures, and yeah,
Yep.
yes.
Okay, so that would have been around his job then, if that's
Yeah.
what he does. Okay, because that's what I was feeling. It was something around your work.
Yeah.
It's a side hustle. That's what I call this. Side hustle. we got our day jobs and our side hustle.
let me just see real quick. I'll just give you one quick message from her because I'm asking her what. She's making me feel like don't wait for people to pat you on your back and make you feel special. She's saying you already contain that. That's already part of you. You don't need anybody else lifting you up. You need to lift yourself up and know that you're damn worth everything about you. That didn't come out right, but it's just she's like, you're more than enough. She's like, she's proud of you, but you don't need other people to tell you that. Be proud of yourself. Pat yourself on the back because she's making me feel like you don't give yourself enough credit.
And honestly, I could, knowing Daryl like we do, I can see that.
Okay. And I don't know if you're looking, but she's actually, and this is odd because Spirit really rarely shows me this, but she goes, I'm sending you somebody in your future, like partner. So you're not done in that department, according to your grandmother. But it's going to be somebody that, again, appreciates you for who you are and compliments you. So
he said depression was once a problem after 2016.
I don't know what this means for you, Daryl, but I'll leave you with this card too.
What the hell are you waiting for? Get that poop done. If you are waiting for a sign, well, here it F word is. Yeah.
Here at Fudge It Is.
Fudge it is.
that was
So
awesome message. That was
Thank
a
you,
great-
Daryl, for being open.
Yes, for sure.
And I love your grandmother's personality.
Um,
Yeah,
let's
she
see.
feels like she would like motivate anybody. It's like no, and sorry, I just got it because she's still here, but I just feel like she would not let anybody feel sorry for themselves either. She'd be like, no, I don't think so. We're not playing the violin for you. Cut the crap.
Right. That's awesome.
There's
Well,
no
that was a
self,
great message.
no self-loathing going on with this woman.
Yeah.
You're not a victim.
Right. Yep, absolutely. He's actually very good to us. He helps us out a lot.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's a very good friend of ours.
Well, she was not going to let this moment go by without popping in and saying hello.
Awesome. Awesome. We have Aunt B would love a card also.
Aunt B. All right. You're welcome, Daryl. Aunt B. Let's see what we got here. Huh. The lightning bolt.
Yep, just a lightning bolt.
And then on the back, it's like,
It
stop
says,
yeah.
It says, figure poop out on your own.
Stop waiting for other people to solve your problem. I don't know. That just hit me like all of a sudden. So, and these, it's not only that, but usually when I get messages, there's no sugarcoating. If I feel it, I hear it, I'm going to say it. So it's like, yeah. Stop waiting for others to figure out your stuff.
Yeah.
You're very capable.
Yep.
Hopefully that makes sense in some way. Sorry, I'm when I'm open, and
That's how this works, you know. It's kind of like sorry, I'm gonna mute myself. I got dogs barking.
I got dogs. All right, who would be
Yeah,
next?
I mean, it really is how it works. It's like if you open yourself up, you can't say, well, you can come in, but you can't. And then, hang on, you can't do that. It just gets too crazy sometimes. You get overwhelmed, I'm sure.
So Penny, I'm reading your question right now, and I feel that you need to reach out for help. As far as you're holding stuff in and you're just trying to solve all, whatever problems that you're having, you're trying to do it all by yourself. It's like I'm feeling the need to say, park the pride, put that aside, and start. You need to talk to people. It doesn't have to be like professional counseling, but I just feel like you need to reach out to people and get help, either by just talking through whatever you're dealing with. But I just feel like if you do that, things are going to start making sense for you. And I just feel like some of these burdens are going to be lifted. I just feel like this weight will be off your shoulder. I don't know if this makes any sense, Penny, but I just feel like that's really necessary right now. Okay.
Okay.
There's always somebody you can reach out to. Either, there's 1-800 number lines. I mean, there's helplines. There are people out there, and that's what they want to do. They want to help.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just need to reach out to anybody and just talk.
Penny, nobody's alone. I mean, seriously, feel free to reach out to us too. I understand you may feel alone, but you're never alone.
You're never alone.
Yeah, definitely. No. You can always talk to one of us for sure.
And I don't think there's a card really for you. I feel like that's the message.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like it's time to reach out and get that help and just talk.
Yeah.
I wish there was something more coming through right now, but I'm not feeling anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I really think I need to leave it at that, though. It's just find a way.
Yep. Like I said, feel free to reach out to any of us. Just real quick, a compliment says, Carl Jones says, I'm truly enjoying Michael's readings. I really like his calming personality. Great work.
Oh, thank you, Carl.
I want to throw that one up there for you.
Appreciate
Next
that.
one, it looks like is Chris Brady.
Chris Brady. I don't know. I'm just feeling like there's somebody on the other side that was a huge football fan connected to you, Chris. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm not. I just feel this. I don't know who it is yet, but as soon as I saw your name, I just feel like initially I just felt like there's this huge football fan. I don't know if it's you, but somebody's bringing that into my awareness. Do you have a friend on the other side that you're really close with that passed? Because I feel this person, again, it's weird how sometimes this works. I feel like somebody like a contemporary, which would be friend, somebody on your level. This could be a coworker, but I just feel somebody on the other side connected to you that would have been a huge football fan. Unless that's you, the football fan. But I'm going to shuffle a card. Let's see. So Chris. Maybe I just seen your last name Brady and I thought of Tom Brady. I don't know.
Could be.
So Chris, this is for you. Time to let go.
Time to let go.
And
move the F on.
And I feel this is something to do with a toxic relationship. And that could be a friend, that could be a coworker. I just feel there's somebody that you just need to cut the ties with and kind of just, go your separate ways. All right. So who is next?
Strangeland.
Okay. Let's see. Strangeland. What do we got for you? I don't know. If this is for you. It's weird because when I pulled the card, I'm like,
it says they broke your heart, and then it says F them.
Fudge them.
I apologize to everybody. I got my.
I don't even hear. I hear them, but they're not.
Okay,
they're not.
I was going to say my family just came in, and the dogs are all excited, and they're all trying to eat. So.
No, it's all good.
So that's why I keep going on mute. So
I want to do something since we're getting towards the end. I mean, I think you guys said you only go until about 7:30 Central.
You got about another 8 minutes.
Okay. I want to do this because I want to pull a card. This will be for a collective. So this is for everybody. So hopefully this card makes this connects with. My intention is for this card to connect with everybody. So this is for the collective, if you will. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I can definitely relate to this card myself.
It says, make better effing choices. If you are PO'd at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. Amen.
That's come up twice. So that's for everybody. So I can definitely relate to that without a doubt. But yeah. So
awesome.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, for sure.
I love these cards, and they do. They're just lighthearted. Sometimes they just give people a laugh, and sometimes that's what we need.
Right. Right. So. Absolutely. Like I said, I think some pretty cool messages came through here tonight.
I know.
Yeah.
And when we have these, I would love to be able to give everybody a individual reading on here, but there's just never enough time. But I always say this during the group readings, and I'm like a broken record because I say this often, but I used to watch John Edward on his show back in the year 2000, I think is when he came out. I knew I was never going to get a message from John Edward, but I could always take something away from the message that did come through. Yeah. And that's kind of what it's about during these, these group readings. Even though only one or two connections get made, we can all resonate, with them, and for me, going through the health issues I did and the losses that I have, you don't have to believe in this. It's not what it's about. But for people, I just hope that they at least consider the possibility that there's more after the physical life. And that's what it did for me, you know.
Absolutely.
So
Yep, absolutely. I want to give a shout out to C. Campbell. We appreciate the $20. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that.
And also we had a question out there somewhere.
Miss it?
It was something about, do you do private readings?
Oh,
I
yeah,
do.
War Criminal 7.
I do. But this is something I do part-time because I'm a full-time air traffic controller, which I know people go, you do what? I need chaos in my life to balance out the foo-foo stuff. So and it's taken me years to finally get to that balance to where I know I can only handle so many, readings per week and per month. So I do post on my website, I usually, like now it is almost the end of February. I'll open up my February or March appointments, and I do either phone readings or Zoom, and there's no difference. Just like I've shown here, we don't have to be in the same room. I've done readings for people all around the world, so the connection is the same. Energy is not contained in, the physical body, so it's omnipresent. But yeah, so I do phone readings and I do Zoom readings.
Yeah. And War Criminal, I have your email. I will send you Michael's information because War Criminal is not on Facebook.
Okay. Yeah. You can just go to my website then. It's just michaelchristophermedium.com.
Yeah.
And if you do, because you can become a site member. I'm still trying to figure out what that means. I'm so technologically challenged, but if you go there and you do want to become a site member, I think you get notifications when I post.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure, but I try to keep it updated as much as possible.
Yeah. Little Patty wants to know, where did you get your cards?
Amazon, like everything else in this world these days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah, if I'm
it's
looking for
called
some, I just go there.
the Rebel deck.
Yes. So I will, like I said, War Criminal, I'll email you Michael's information, his website and all that good stuff. So we appreciate you doing this. You're always welcome on this show anytime. You're always a blast, always a joy. And we definitely enjoy you coming on.
I enjoy being here.
Yeah,
that means a lot. I appreciate that there's people that want to put up with me. So thank you.
Of course.
We always will.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
Aaron, right back at you. You're equally as awesome, and we have to do this again. I'll even get my wig. See, it has to be all four of us for me to get the wig out.
There you go.
Okay. Well, and this seems to work out really good on Sundays. I don't know for me, but I mean, it's like it just has a ring to it when you say Psychic Medium Sundays.
I was going to mention that when you said it the first time. I'm like, yeah, there is a ring to that.
Yeah, Psychic Medium Sunday.
Yeah.
I want to let everybody know that this coming up Thursday and Friday night shows will be pre-recorded only because we're going to be traveling and we'll be up in Michigan at Potographs. Thursday night show is going to be on animals and how they react around spirit, being ghosts, cryptids, whatever. And then on Friday night on Blondes and Booze and the Woo, we're actually going to play an episode that we had way back in September. And it was with a gentleman named Thomas Ferrario. He was a great guy. It's about Marley Woods here in Missouri. And it's got ghost, UFO, and cryptid all in the same location. So it's
a fantastic interview.
Yes. So tune in this week for that. And then the following week when we come back, we'll have Jeremiah and Stacy Fountain will be our guest on Friday night. So we appreciate everybody. And thank you. And we will see you soon.
Yeah, we'll see everybody. Very soon.
Yep. Good night, everybody.
Good night.